95 all the time. So
You can go
it's
now.
better. No, it's better, trust me. The smell in here is way better with it not being 95 all the time.
Okay, guys, we'll start now.
Okay.
Do these titles sound familiar? Maggie and the Ferocious Beast, Ed, Ed and Eddie, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Woo! Doug, The Land Before Time. Well, I sure do remember them. I don't know about you, but I sure do miss waking up early on Saturday mornings to watch my favorite cartoons, which at the time was the Powerpuff Girls. I sure do remember those days where there were no worries about anything and there was no stress. I liked those days in elementary school where if I had to tell my friend something, I would tell her by writing her a note. If you remember this, then you were obviously cool.
I knew that one.
Before text messages, those were the good days. Go. Nowadays, all you have to do is type a little and push send. The cell phones from today are a whole lot different than the dinosaurs our parents had when we were little. There was nothing like going on a bus ride, pulling out your CD player. Yeah, your CD player, because back then that was what was cool. Today you got your phone that plays your music, and there's no more need for a big pile of CDs. One thing that I thought would never come to existence is the slap bracelets. I remember after eating out on Sunday nights with my parents, and my dad would hand me $2, which $2 when you're little is a lot. So I would go to the machine and I would get these, and I'd go around slapping all my sisters, and they would go buy some and get me back. And when all I remember about that is the bracelet hitting my wrist. That's about it. School is one thing that I will never forget. Imagine that moment when it's reading time, you finish your book, you've taken your accelerated reader test, and you go to the bookshelf. You skim to see what book you want to read, and what do you choose? Goosebumps. Yeah, good choice, because that was what I would read. I remember clearly when all of my sisters and I were younger, there was no such thing as a flat screen TV. We would all sit down in the corner of the living room and we would pull out the Nintendo. We would set it up and we would play it for a while, and they would obviously be unfair because they would never share because they liked it so much. They would always make you forget that it was your turn. And one thing that I remember about us sitting in the corner playing Nintendo is my mom coming into the room and yelling. She would come in yelling, telling us that we played too much, so she would take it, hide it in her closet, and I'm pretty sure it's still hiding in there today. Do you guys remember these? Yeah, I do. These are the coolest shoes ever. They were the Jordans and Nikes and Vans of today. Everybody had a pair. Everybody wanted a pair. So, yeah, I never got a pair. Yeah. They have. Yep. When I first seen this colorful parachute, I thought to myself that the teachers wanted to trap us under there and leave us there forever. Yeah. No. I eventually got over that crazy idea and I came to enjoy it. when recess time would come, we would put golf balls on it and then we'd fling it in the air and all get under the little parachute. Those were the good times, and I sure wish that today's children could see how much fun it was to actually be active, not be on Facebook or Twitter, and let go of their cell phones every once in a while. Girls, we obviously had to have a release of brain supplies, so that is one thing that we never didn't have. Do you guys remember this? Girls went to college to get more knowledge, and boys went to junior to get more stupider. That was my motto. I'll try that. I remember these when me and my mom would go grocery shopping, and I would always get these because no matter what, I always had to have a Band-Aid. And so I would always choose these. I'm sure everybody else did. And then of course the fruit stripes because they had tattoos inside, so that was pretty fun. I remember the Easy Bake Oven because of my cousin Frank. Every time he would come over to my house, I would bake him a cake, and he would leave it at my house, so that was pretty rude. I'm never going to bake him anything ever again. When I was a kid, this used to be my favorite toy. It went everywhere with me, and it was always next to me. I would never let go of it, and now it's gone.
Oh, I remember those.
When these first came out, I told my dad, I was like, nope, I need one of these. And we went to the store, and he got me one, and it had a little, a colorful string on the side. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That was awesome.
First kiss over the thing. I always hit myself in the ankle with them.
Time.
Okay, even I know it's
I was so I could not.
Oh, I was so I gotta go play more.
I can do it for hours. Seriously, I would cry.
When I was making it, I was like,
There's the cat muscle
I hated it when you got your like.
I hate to break it to you, fruit stripes are not a 90s
When
invention.
it got in
90s
there,
have a
you're
bubba
just-
door. Never about those days.
than they are now.
You had to take the wheels out.
90s babies, they came out far before the 90s.
Yeah, when we were little, they were like,
Because the best generation was from
All right.